the second inside.
Got a smoker down in turn one, guys.
Car spins and gets collected down off the banking between turns 1 and 2. Regan Smith is in it. Brad Keselowski and Keselowski's teammate, the 77 Sam Hornish, are all involved.
And I mean, Jeff Gordon in that 24 just squeaked by.
And you know, most of the wrecks we've seen down here have actually started mid-pack and back.
First caution of the day. Oh, Max Pappas from Como, Italy, his first 500. He's on the apron.
Another one.
And Sam Hornish, IndyCar star. There is Gordon. No apparent damage to the left side of his. Right behind the yellow car is the number 12 of Keselowski. And you see him just get a little loose right there. Gets up into the wall, collects Smith and Hornish.
I believe that 12 car had something happen to it. Like it may have lost a right rear tire or something. There's really no reason for it to step out like that.
So Roger Penske had 3 cars in this race, and that gets 2 of them, the 12 and the 77. There you see Gordon just squeaking by in that 24.
Remember, Carl Edwards is one of those who had to start this race at the back of the pack due to changes.
Right here in front of you. A lot of smoke. Slow it down. Slow it down.
And he goes to the apron to ride through this off the 31-degree banking.
There's one thing about a car here. It's going to go up the hill, it's going to go down the hill, and it just might go back up the hill. So you got to miss it twice if you try to go low.
Keselowski and Hornish have taken their cars to the garage. Some of the others have come to pit road for repair. Mike Bliss also got a piece of that one. Caution is out at Daytona International Speedway.
Turn 4 down here. It's the Joe Nemechek car.
And Joe has had a pretty hard hit.
Right. What was that all about?
Sounds like he's not happy.
Good question. The unsponsored Toyota of Nemechek. Well, I say unsponsored. He picked up England Stoves there yesterday.
Yeah, they heard Joe's
car.
story, and they really liked Joe, and they decided to jump on his car for the race today.
Let's see what happened to the 87. Oh, boy.
Is it?
I mean, Hornish, the 77, did not get against him. He just got loose. Hornish just went back out on the racetrack a few laps ago after being in the garage.
Seen that a little bit down here. If your car's loose and somebody kind of gets under that left rear quarter panel, it seems like it'll almost just blow you around. I think it's that big shark fin, possibly.
Well, and you know, Darrell, at the speeds these guys are running, if you're a little bit loose,
yeah,
doesn't take much.
he might have even looked in the mirror to see where he was, and you know, like got behind there for a second.
We're under caution. Look up here, coming in at the top of the screen, and Mike Bliss goes around
all by himself. Don't know if he had a tire problem or what, but the thing just spun out.
And just remember, he was involved in that first caution earlier back on lap 8.
And remember, did the same thing in practice, just spun out.
Third caution flag in this year's Daytona 500 on Fox. A beige colored Window World Foundation car of John Andretti just coming into view, and you can see the smoke where he cut down a tire and pounded the wall.
Boy, Larry, all of a sudden, you know, the 48 had looked like a tire issue. The John Andretti did. Those are long runs we've had here, and looks like we might be wearing those tires out a little bit.
Of course, if they're a little bit tight and pushing, they'll wear that right front tire out.
A lot of activity under this, the fourth caution flag of the day. Man. 58 laps to go, and at least one more pit stop.
Oh, trouble back there on the back straight.
Allmendinger
in the 43. Caution is out.
And he stays off the wall. Nice save. And a wild slide by A.J. Allmendinger.
I think we'll see him.
Can you get rolling there?
Possibly
Yellow
get a little
out.
push.
Leaders are just into 3.
A little unburned gasoline in the exhaust pipe, no big deal.
That won't hurt anything, but I think he's stuck in the mud. Look at the front tires. I mean, he's down. The splitter sitting on the track, on the ground.
Well, there's probably a good chance not only is he stuck there, he's probably
there. I think you're going to see that he just gets sucked around. That's all that happens to him, and he's getting a little bit behind on his steering right there. And what happened was, we've seen that with this. I don't know if it has anything to do with the big shark fin or not, but when a car gets to your outside like that, it's almost like it has a magnet. It's almost like a vacuum cleaner, and it just sucks you around.
See here if he puts a left front down on the apron exiting the corner.
I don't think so, and that's not a bad thing off of that corner anyway.
It's like the minute that 24 car got to that right rear quarter panel, it started sucking it around.
Yeah. It just gets him loose, and he just starts juking the wheel, and you get behind. And
the close call on that 18. How many of those has he had this week? He's had a bunch.
I don't know, but I love it. I wish that whole back straightaway was paved like that right there. Just that grass back there will catch you. See, the car got loose. When you say he got down on it, it got a little bit loose and it kind of dipped down. But man, look at Kyle. Woo! And Allmendinger, he's doing all he can. He'll get off the brake right here.
Watching from Carl Edwards.
Green is still out. Yellow's out.
In the field with 2 laps to go, and on the last lap made his move.
Trying to root Kurt Busch up off the bottom.
Wreck. Big wreck.
3 cars around in the middle of the back straightaway. Ryan Newman is in it. Through the grass goes the 37, excuse me, Travis Kvapil. Newman's car destroyed.
That's the army of none right there. None left.
And there is Travis Kvapil. Looks like he'll get back to pit road without a whole lot of damage.
I think they just get a little bit wadded up back in there. Boy, it was a hard lick.
That was a hard lick
for the 39 car.
Somebody turned.
Elliott Sadler got loose.
Yeah, he got loose, and here they all come and just piled in.
The 19 of Elliott Sadler.
Look at that 39 car. Those splitters, they're like snow plows.
Wow, Bill Elliott just missed Kvapil.
What a mess.
Top of your screen.
Yeah, you see Sadler, he just gets loose as Newman's going by, and he clips Newman in the right rear and just turns him straight into the fence.
I know Ryan Newman won this race a couple of years ago, and we're getting a report Newman's out of his car. Everybody's out of their cars. But I'm telling you, other than that win in the Daytona 500, restrictor plate racing has been hard on Ryan Newman.
Not good to him. I still have visions of him flipping over down the front straightaway here a couple.
It increased the liftoff speed by 8 to 10 miles an hour, which is a good thing.
Yep.
Laps to go in the Daytona 500.
Here we go.
Green flag.
It's all on the line, boys.
Harvick got a decent restart.
Harvick wants so badly to clear that 16 car and drop to the bottom. That would be what would work for him.
Still there. You're clear, you're clear, you're clear.
Now, I see the 33 has the option. Do I stay in the high line? Do I stay in the low line? He can work both sides of this deal and go with the car that's coming the fastest.
Well, he jumped back up in front of his teammate. But here comes that inside line.
Boy, that was a team player right there to jump out there and help Harvick like that.
He's going to have about one more chance.
And you see
Greg Biffle takes the lead, and Bill Elliott gets piled up in turn number 4 with, I believe, Joey Logano.
Caution's out.
The caution's out. The leader has not taken the white flag, so we will go into overtime.
Imagine that.
There were 3 cars involved up there at turn 4. Elliott and Logano couldn't see the 3rd car through the smoke. Let's see it as it'll come in, Darrell, from the right.
Just a lot of cars back in here, a whole gaggle of them. Bill looks like he just took it, almost like Bill had a flat tire. He just washed up the hill right into Logano, and here comes Boris Said, who's been kind of riding around at the back, staying out of trouble all day until the last lap.
But definitely Elliott's car, the 21, just
it looked like
four-wheel drift almost.
It looks like maybe he got, see how it takes off back there? It looks like he's got a tire down to me.
So the 1985 and 87 Daytona 500 winner in the 21, Bill Elliott.
Joey Logano is just a victim of being in the wrong place. Oh, yeah. I thought I could see the right front a little soft on Bill's car. I'm not sure.
And I think Joey could see it happening because you could hear him starting to get out of the throttle, but too little too late.
Dover, Delaware. Pace car is in. Green flag, green-white checker. Here we go.
Oh, boy, that 56 got a great restart.
And he's got Harvick pushing him when he took the green flag.
He's got Harv all up behind him.
Harvick trying for the bottom. Made it!
He tried to put the block on him, but Harvick was there.
That's what he
wanted. Wham, bam, and here we go.
Here we go, boys.
That's why Harvick had to get to the bottom. His car is junk on the top.
Look at McMurray in that one. Jump to the bottom.
Oh, I got another wreck. Dadgum.
Casey Kane.
Caution is out. So we'll try it again.
Casey Kane in the 9, Robert Richardson in the 38.
Now I want to know who the visionary was that said we better try this 3 times, because once ain't going to be enough. But if these folks are going to stay here all day and wait on the finish, they deserve a green flag finish.
Everybody.
Truex says, no, you can't go there, and that was not a good move.
When Truex came down in front of him and got squirreled up, it took all his momentum. Here comes McMurray and everybody else.
And look at these guys wearing each other out behind Biffle because he lost his momentum.
But yeah, the door was open just wide enough for that one car to jump back in.
Middle of your screen, the 9 of Casey Kane.
Boy, Jeff Gordon, well, that's it just got bottlenecked in there. Jeff gave Casey Kane in the 9 car a little bump, shot him into Mark Martin in the 5, and then they rebounded from there.
Now, because of this overdrive, this green-white checkered another attempt, we're being told that Martin Truex Jr. is being told to save fuel.
Okay. I'm sitting up here in the front of the field. What do you want me to do?
Under caution.
What do you want me to do?
Darrell, the way that accordioned, Mark Martin in the 5 got hard on the brakes. When Casey Kane hit him, it squirreled him up. And then Jeff Gordon got in the back.
Here's what happened, Mike. Jeff Gordon bumped the 9 in the middle of the corner there, shot him up to Mark Martin, and when he uncoiled off of Mark, he got hit. You'll see Jeff Gordon, I believe, come up here, bump the 9, shoot him into the 5. Boom, right there. That shoots him into Mark, and when it did, it just got him out of control.
Because when he came off Mark Martin, the second contact from Gordon, Kane wasn't pointing straight anymore.
No.
Agree.
But that was right down in the middle of the corner when he did that.
Oh, yeah. Not a good place to be bump drafting, I might say.
From Martin Truex, Harvick makes the move. Truex tried to come down and block, couldn't do it.
Nope. And you see how squirrely everybody is here because of all that. You know, I think it was Jeff Gordon that gave, who was it, a shot at the last lap of the
at the Budweiser shootout.
And Greg Biffle.
And I've got to say this. Back at Talladega, Jeff Gordon was the one that went to NASCAR and said, you've got to stop the bump drafting.
In the corners, but Kevin Harvick says, oh, yeah.
Not today, tonight.
It's my day.
I'm telling you, Biffle was pretty darn sideways in that 16 car.
You know, Biffle came up and almost took Tony Stewart with him.
He did.
Here we go. Green flag.
Pretty much a dead heat. It looks like Kevin got a little bit of a jump on the 29, got a little jump on the 1 car, and there's Dad-to-be Carl Edwards right in the back of the 29, pushing hard as he can. Here we go up to back, 2 by 2, except the cat out front.
But look at the run. McMurray get down that back straightaway, getting bumped from Greg Biffle in the 16 car. Biffle's all over the back of it. Edwards looks in the middle.
Whoa, I think
that'll hurt Harvick.
Might have been Harvick. Kind of gone to the outside and gone with that fast line.
Here comes Truex fighting his way back on the outside in that 56, but not a lot of help out there.
3 wide. Here comes Dale Jr. pushing Clint Boyer.
Where'd Junebug come from?
This will be the white flag. Jamie McMurray is in front to try to win the 500. This will be the last lap.
Whatever happens now happens, folks. They can all wad up down here, and somebody's going to leave out that second turn, the winner.
Junior on the bottom with Boyer. Biffle ahead.
Truex trying to get up there and help McMurray, but Boyer's right there behind Biffle in the 16. There goes Boyer to the outside.
Look at Junior. Come on, Junior. Come on.
Can they make it to the flag?
Nah, no way. They'll never get through this third turn.
Junior got squirreled up right there.
No, it's just perfect. He's flying through there.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. unbelievably has caught Jamie McMurray as they come to turn 4.
He'll have to go to the high side, though. McMurray will guard that line.
Crash at the back, never mind. Green flag still out. Checkered flag in the air. The 52nd Daytona 500 to Jamie McMurray.
Yes! Little Jamie, baby.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Yes, sir. Billy Bass.
How about that? Jamie McMurray, Teresa Earnhardt, Chip Ganette bottled up about halfway down the back straightaway.
I really thought that Kevin Harvick would watch and see which line was coming and the outside was, and he would drive up there and block it.
They were trying their best. Yeah, and this is Jeff Gordon, Robbie Gordon involved.
2-car, got into the wall.
Bobby Labonte.
But you know what? This was at the back of the pack. Attaboy to NASCAR for letting them race back.